Okay, guys. There are a few things that I actually want to address. Again, if you've never traded before, that's fine. That's one of the things that we're here for. But if you have some experience and you just have hit a roadblock, that's fine too. I've been there, and throughout your career, you're probably going to hit roadblocks. But you just have to find a way to actually get over it, and that's one of the things that NewayFX was actually created for, the NewayFX system, as you will. But there are a few things that you're going to expect out of me that I'm going to expect out of you. And there are probably a few questions that you have for me, especially if you're a non-experienced trader and if you have no idea what the foreign exchange market is. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of people, they have no idea what the foreign exchange market is. A lot of people, they think it's a stock market, they think it's an equities market, they think it's the spot market. They actually have no idea what the foreign exchange market. They know what foreign exchange means, but they actually do not know that that you can actually trade it. But you have some questions for me, and some of the major questions I get from newbies and people who are brand new is, how quickly can I be successful, and how much money can I make? And I get this all the time. And are you a fraud, or is this thing difficult? Is this a Ponzi scheme? And let's address some of these. As far as whether or not you can be successful and how much money can you make, let me put it to you this way. About 3 years ago, I was blessed and I was fortunate enough to be mentored by, he probably won't want his name to be mentioned in video, but it was actually in one of the chat rooms. I was actually a member of, I forget what the name is, but it's a pretty famous chat room, and he's actually a farmer, and he's really smart. And one of the days that the light bulbs actually went off in my brain was when he showed me how much money he made in a day. And literally he made, in 2 hours, he made $105,000 in 2 hours. And he's a farmer by trade, and he actually tells me all the time, he tells me that if he wasn't a farmer, and if he wasn't in a construction business, that he would be a full-time Forex trader, because it's just a wealth of opportunities. And that $100,000 or whatever it was at that time, that wasn't a single event. On a typical day, I would say he makes between $15,000 and $20,000, and he only trades about 3-4 hours a day. And yeah, simply because he just has another business, and like most people, they have other jobs that they have to go to. But for the regular person, if you're brand new to the business, because this is a business, the foreign exchange market is a business, what I have to tell you is this: it depends. If you are dedicated and if you are willing to be persistent enough, you will make money. It's just as simple as that. You're gonna make money. But if you're not willing to commit yourself to the system, if you're not willing to follow our rules, if you're not willing to put in the time and the effort, you're probably not going to be very successful. And that's just in any walk of life, in any skill set, in any skill that you're trying to learn. And you have to understand that this is a skill. This is a unique skill that can open up a wealth of opportunities for you. It's not a game. This is not a game at all. I have known people to make millions, and I've known people who've made millions, and I've known most people, they fail. And one of the reasons why people fail is because, one, they're not persistent enough, they quit. Two, they're not willing to take the necessary steps to be successful. And what do I mean by that? They're not willing to read the books. They're not willing to watch the videos. They're not willing to actually go back and see the history of their trades and see why they took those trades, and was it in alignment and in agreement with the rules that we set as far as the Neway system goes. So to answer your question, let me expound on that as far as can you make money. If you have a job right now, and if you're making anywhere, if you're making $50,000, $60,000 a year, which is a good living for a lot of people. What I'm here to tell you is, if you're willing to take some money aside and to just trade with that with no pressure, there's no reason why from day one, from the first day you trade, you shouldn't make your first $100 to $200 if you follow our rules. There's just no reason for that. And again, it all depends on your capital, and we'll talk about that a little later. But say, for instance, you're willing to open up, a $5,000 account, a $10,000 account. Oh yeah, there's no reason why the first money that actually comes into your account, it should be between $100 and $200. I mean, that's a foregone conclusion. But again, I have questions for you. Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to pay the price? Now, again, what I mean by that, when I say that the first amount of money, the $100 to $200 on your first day, that $100 to $200 is nothing. What I mean by that is that's the least amount of money that you should make throughout your journey, because another thing that we teach is for you to use a trading plan. And on your trading plan, it's basically an Excel spreadsheet whereby we teach our students to actually keep a log and to have goals set for them for a whole year. So basically, we're talking about compounding your interest. So those who know anything about compounding your interest, they'll know that when you're compounding your interest, the first day of a 365 day year, your first day should be the least amount of money that you're going to make. Now, for legal reasons, we can't guarantee you that you're always going to make money. No, you're not always going to make money every day. That's just the way the market is. However, using the Neway system, you should not have a losing week. No way, no how. That's just no, you should not. And as a matter of fact, what we try to teach our students is how to make anywhere from 10% to 40 to 50% return per month. Yes, 50% return a month. I know to a lot of people, they feel as though like that's just unreachable. That's unrealistic. Well, it's done. It's something that's done on a monthly basis. Yes, 50% a month is realistic. 10% per month is realistic. The other day, it's funny. I actually went to the bank, and the sales agent, she was really. She was a good sales agent, and she was trying to get me to purchase some CDs for my retirement. And she said, you know what, we'll give you about 1.5%. So, playing along, I said, that's 1.5%, per month, right? No, she said, no, this per year, this is a great return. And I just said, oh, you know what, I'll look into that. And I just kindly excused myself from that situation. So what I'm telling you is, once you learn this skill, once you learn the nuances of the market, once you learn what the foreign exchange market is and what it entails, you're gonna laugh as well, because there's just no way. Like this world is just, this market just opens you up to so many possibilities, because actually the foreign exchange market is a $1 trillion market. So it's so much bigger than the stock market. There's so much leverage that you can work with that you can't do with the stock market. As far as risk is concerned, it's, in my opinion, so much less riskier than the stock market, simply because, one, you don't have a broker that you have to deal with. Two, that you can simply, by just one click of the button, you can be in and out of a trade. And three, you're not an investor. You're simply a trader. Because one thing I realize is a lot of investors, they stay for the long haul, but as a trader, you are in and out of currencies quickly. When I say quickly, I mean either if you're using a 5-minute chart, if you're using a 15-minute chart, if you're using an hourly chart. But what I'm saying is, you're in and out of trades. There's no emotional attachments to any one trade or any one investment. So, can you make money in this market? Absolutely. But you have to be dedicated, you have to be persistent, you have to realize that this is not a game, that this is your business, that it can only grow as far as you want to. a few questions I have for you. Are you computer literate? Are you going to follow our rules? Are you going to doubt our rules? Will you follow our rules to a T? For instance, what hours of the day are you going to be trading? Are you just going to trade 1 or 2 hours a day and expect this thing to work? Do you think this is just a magic formula for you to make money? Now, eventually, it actually will get there to where I must say that it's kind of like taking candy from a baby if you know what you're doing. But before you actually get there, I can tell you all the rules and all the nuances and what this indicator means and do this and do that, but you have to follow the rules to a T, and you have to be willing to sacrifice at least 4 to 5 hours every day to be successful. I mean, one of my favorite athletes is Kobe Bryant, and he is known and he is personified for his hard work and truly respected throughout the league for his hard work. And that's actually the only reason, one of the reasons why I choose him as my favorite athlete is just because he is just so hardworking. And you will notice that everybody in every industry that has ever made any money or has ever been a success, one thing that is just fundamental to their success is hard work. You have got to be hardworking. You have got to watch the videos. You have got to understand what you're doing. You have got to follow the rules. Now, what I'm telling you is, if you do all these things, and if you pay attention to what you're doing, you will be a success. So I look forward to seeing you on our next video. Take care. Bye.